Lieutenant General Major General Walters of the United States Army Intelligence Center of Excellence, Fort Huachuca, Lieutenant Colonel Kellum, and Command Sergeant Major Crenshaw. Welcome to the 305th Military Intelligence Battalion graduation ceremony for the graduates of the 35 Gulf Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst course. Our honored guests attending today's ceremony are the 111th MI Brigade Commander, Colonel Fitzgerald, 111th MI Command Sergeant Major Fox, the 305th MI Battalion Executive Officer, Major Wilson, the 305th MI Battalion Command Sergeant Major Crenshaw, Alpha Company's Commander, Captain Freilich, Alpha Company First Sergeant Stocker, 35 Gulf Committee Chief, CW3 Williams, 35 Gulf Course Manager, Mr. Gale, 35 Gulf Committee NCOIC, Sergeant First Class Creech, guest speaker, Sergeant First Class Gulak, and Sergeant Major Taylor. We will also like to welcome our distinguished guests, Master Sergeant Retired Nolan Robert, the President of the MICA's Fort Huachuca chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation and the playing of the national anthem.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and this occasion in which we have come together to honor these graduates and celebrate their successful completion of the 35 Gulf Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst course. Thank you for the knowledge and skills they've gained in their time here, and for all the cadre who worked hard to provide them with the highest quality of training possible. May you richly bless all our cadre and their families as they continue to invest in the future of the Military Intelligence Corps. Thank you also for the love and support of family and friends that have seen these graduates through to this day, and for all those who are able to be here to celebrate with them. As these graduates leave here and begin the next phase of their Army career, I ask that you watch over each one of them and keep their hearts and minds strong. May they continue to learn and build upon the things they've gained here, and that may they always serve with excellence and uncompromising integrity. Bestow upon these graduates and their families abundant grace and strength, so that in the days ahead, no matter what they face, they would thrive even in the most difficult of circumstances. Ask now that your blessing would be upon all that is said and done in the ceremony, and upon all that are here today. It is for your glory, and according to your will and purpose I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. We will now show you a series of videos explaining the symbology of the military intelligence insignia.
Upon graduation, today's students are authorized to wear the MI Corps insignia. On a dagger point up, a heralding sun all in gold, with an oriental blue rose. The partially concealed, unsheathed dagger alludes to the aggressive and protective requirements and the elements of physical danger inherent in the mission. The sun, composed of 4 straight and 4 wavy alternating rays, is the symbol of Helios, who as the god of the sun can see and hear everything. The 4 straight rays of the sun symbol also allude to the 4 points of the compass and the worldwide mission of the Military Intelligence Corps. The placement of the sun symbol beneath the rose, an ancient symbol of secrecy, refers to the operations and activities of the Corps being conducted in secret and circumstances forbidding disclosure. The color gold signifies accomplishment. The color blue signifies vigilance and loyalty. This is the insignia of the Military Intelligence Corps. The Military Intelligence Corps crest is an oriental blue shield with a golden sphinx superimposed over a crossed key and lightning bolt on a background of gold. The heraldry of the crest encompasses both the rich heritage of Army intelligence and represents the multidisciplined nature of military intelligence today. The gold background of the crest symbolizes the achievements made by military intelligence since the first Army intelligence unit was created over 230 years ago. The oriental blue of the shield is one of the traditional colors of military intelligence. The lightning bolt represents one of the 3 intelligence disciplines: signals intelligence and electronic warfare. The key signifies the cornerstone mission of military intelligence, unlocking the enemy's secrets. The sphinx, symbolizing wisdom and silence, is the traditional symbol of another discipline, human intelligence. Below the shield, on a scroll, is the military intelligence motto, always out front.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the 35 Golf Committee Course Manager, Mr. Gale, to give a brief description of the 35 Golf Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst course.
Morning.
Morning.
It's always a pleasure to see these fine Americans and soldiers graduate from, there's a very small percentage of our populace in the United States that actually serve. So thank you, really, sincerely. What is a geospatial intelligence imagery analyst? Well, they basically take remote sensing systems such as synthetic aperture radar, light detection and radar, and ranging, electro-optical, multispectral, hyperspectral, the list goes on, and they take that data and analyze it to provide threat or disposition of threat equipment, infrastructure, obstacles, and so on to create that common operational picture. And that gives the commander the ability to make those tough decisions and take the appropriate course of action. Our course is actually 24 weeks long and is broken up into 4 segments, or what we call phases, with the first phase being those core competencies, such as map reading, security, and teaching just about those GEOINT systems that we use on a day-to-day basis in our occupation. The second one is to teach them how to actually use the software to identify what's on the ground, those obstacles and equipment that we talked about before. There's over 300 different types of pieces that we teach them, as well as the infrastructure and how they analyze infrastructure. The third one is because the enemy doesn't necessarily want us to find them, we show them techniques in which to find their activities and find the equipment that's out there and so on. All right, and then the fourth phase is first using it right behind that flag is one of the pieces of equipment that we use, but we have to bring in the data in order to analyze the data. So we have to show them how to bring in all that remote sensing data, either through tactical means or through satellite systems or whatever the case may be. And then it culminates in a rigorous exercise where they use all the things they've learned how to do over that 23-week period of time, as well as put some critical thinking to it. They did a great job. Both myself and Mr. Williams take their briefs almost on a weekly basis, and I would be very proud of them. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gale. We will now show you a video explaining the 35 Golf Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst course.
Visual data is invaluable to Army intelligence operations. Aerial imagery, geospatial data, full motion video, and other electronic monitoring are used to help determine precise target coordinates, identify enemy weapons and positions, navigate natural or man-made obstacles, and are critical in the design of defense and combat plans. To interpret this complex visual data, the Army relies upon the specialized skills of the Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst. Soldiers in this military occupational specialty identify, analyze, and report targets observed on imagery from satellite and airborne systems to provide Army personnel with critical intelligence about enemy forces and combat operations support.
We're the eyes in the sky. We tell the commanders what they need to know. They make the big decisions with the information that we give them.
Candidates for this MOS should have an interest in reading maps and charts, gathering information and studying its meaning, have an attention to detail, the ability to think critically, and speak and write clearly.
You need to be able to see things that other people can't see.
After successful completion of basic combat training, you will attend 22 weeks of advanced individual training at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Your training will include cartography, preparation of charts and reports, the use of computer systems and imagery exploitation software, geospatial data and intelligence, overhead and aerial imagery collection and analysis of fixed and moving target indicators, and applying theories involved in analyzing a variety of imagery information, including radar, infrared, moving target indicator, light detection and ranging, or LiDAR, and spectral and geospatial imagery.
Be ready for a fast-paced learning experience, but also be ready to absorb all the versatile training and opportunities that you're going to get as a soldier here at AIT.
Upon successful completion of AIT, you may qualify for additional college credit hours to obtain an associate's degree in intelligence analysis. Because of the sensitive nature of intelligence information, you must qualify for a top-secret security clearance. You must also pass a series of vision exams to ensure your depth perception will allow you to properly utilize imagery manipulation software. After successful completion of training, you may work supporting Army operations around the world or deploy as a team member of a tactical unit. The skills and experience gained as a geospatial intelligence imagery analyst may help in your transition to a civilian career.
They have that security clearance, which is going to allow them a job that other people aren't going to have. They have that real-world experience that college can't teach you.
Transforming visual data into valuable intelligence. Military occupational specialty, Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst. Eyes on the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker. He has served in a variety of leadership positions. He currently serves as a Phase 3 instructor in the 35 Gulf Geospatial Intelligence Imagery Analyst course. Please welcome Sergeant First Class Gula.
So I want to start out by saying that this was my very first class as an instructor. So 19002 has been a distinct honor. And there absolutely have been setting the standard for where students, where I'm drawing that from as an instructor. Good morning. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the families, friends, and loved ones, both present and not present, for the support that you have shown these exemplary soldiers. I would also like to thank the leadership for affording me the opportunity to speak here today. For over 6 months, you have faced a multitude of challenges and adversities that many of those who you may know may never understand. Early wake-ups, field training exercises, weapons immersion, countless examinations, and of course, practicing the Modern Army Combatives program with an awesome instructor. Almost 9 years ago, 9 years tomorrow, I was sitting here in the same position you are now. I was nervous to be venturing out into this great Army. I was anxious to finally be able to start making a difference in the community I had just learned so much about. But most of all, I was proud of my class and all that we had accomplished. Just as so many of those around you, including myself, are proud of you now. Proud of the sacrifices you have made. Proud of the selfless service that you have so diligently carried out, and proud of the accomplishment that each and every one of you has now completed. Your instructors, including myself, have frequently praised your team's cohesion, both inside and outside of the classroom. Carry that cohesion on with you to your units and help strengthen the bonds which have built the world's premier land fighting force. Take charge and seize every opportunity that you can to excel as an individual and as a unit. Adapt to the changes in our operational environment and seek avenues in which to help our nation's military thrive. In closing, I'll leave you with a quote from English poet G.K. Chesterton. He states, "The true soldier fights not because of what he hates in front of him, but because of what he loves behind him." Congratulations, Class 19002. Strength and honor.
Thank you, Sergeant First Class Gulak. Drill sergeants and instructors work hand in hand as one solid team to provide every soldier with the tactical and technical proficiencies needed for success in today's military. These professionals are responsible for instilling the highest order, discipline, and moral character into our soldiers, shaping the United States Army fighting force as defined by the Army values and the warrior ethos. Will the drill sergeants and instructors please stand to be recognized? Will the command team please step forward? Today's graduates will now receive their diplomas. If anyone would like to take pictures of the graduates during the ceremony, feel free to step forward at any time. Please hold your applause, however, until all graduates have received their diplomas. Drill Sergeant Barlow will now present the diplomas to the graduates. Will the graduates please step forward?
Hey. Forward, march.
Specialist Lucky.
Y'all need to smile, Lord. Not bad, you graduated.
Fire First Class Bradshaw. Fire First Class Chavez.
Family members, if you want to come up and take pictures, this graduation is for you, so you can come up and take pictures.
Yeah, I can make them stop and stand.
Fire First Class Chevrolet.
Then don't go ahead and stand up then.
Fire First Class Columbia. Fire First Class Green. Fire First Class Melvin. Private the Admiral Bolton. Private Garcia. Private Hampton. Private Hollingsworth.
how big